It may not surprise you, given what you've seen, to hear me say that when it comes to predicting violent behavior and social problems later in life, a key inflection point is around 13 or 14 years of age. Kids who carry guns and commit acts of violence at that age are much more likely to repeat those acts of violence and end up incarcerated. So last year, the PSN Task Force in Chicago applied for federal grant money to launch an initiative, and we have titled that initiative our Youth Outreach Forums. And the Department of Justice awarded that grant, and this month we launched in the city of Chicago. In partnership with the Chicago Police Department, Chicago Public Schools, the Cook County Juvenile Probation Department, and other agencies and social services providers, we're taking the success of those parolee forums and applying that model to at-risk youth. The target audience, the specific target audience, are juvenile probationers and parolees who committed gun and violent offenses. And the goal of these forums is to provide them long-term intensive mentoring and wraparound services that will help them address their needs and prevent recidivism. We have started the program in just 2 districts, the 7th and the 11th, which includes Inglewood and Garfield Park and Lower Humboldt Park. And we designed the forums to educate these kids about law enforcement, to humanize law enforcement, and to provide them with options and incentives to reassimilate to their schools and to community organizations and activities, basically trying to give these kids alternatives to a gang route. And we also have partnered with a not-for-profit, Youth Guidance, which is going to be selectively providing long-term mentoring services to these to some of these kids through a program of theirs called Becoming a Man or BAM, which some of you may have heard of. So I'm very proud that we in Chicago are at the cutting edge, continuing to lead the way forward when it comes to violence prevention efforts. I believe that these initiatives are critical to our long-term success in fighting violence in the city of Chicago. And I'm committed to continuing them as long as it takes to help those unfairly afflicted neighborhoods. So I hope that gives you a better sense as to who we are and what we do at the U.S. Attorney's Office when it comes to violent crime. We are and will be vigorous in prosecuting the most violent criminals in the city of Chicago, but we cannot arrest our way out of this gang problem. And from a law enforcement perspective, that's why I think it's so important that we continue our violence prevention and reentry efforts. I don't want to prosecute violent offenders if instead we can prevent them from taking that act of violence in the first instance. It is my great pleasure, not to mention being fun and cool, to get to work with the leadership from the Chicago Police Department and the federal agencies and the state. I truly believe we have a passionate group and a like-minded group, a group that is committed to taking a comprehensive approach to tamping down on violence in the city. I can tell you that we are working hard, we are working thoughtfully, and we are working together.